name is Miss Shevlin, and I was in junior high and high school in the 90s.
My name is Jenny Lark, and I graduated from high school in 1998, so from like...
Hi, my name is Mrs. Ronstadt. I was ages 9 to 19, I guess, in the 90s, so I'm 34.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear the 1990s? I personally think of high school because that's kind of what I identified, but like in terms of trends, I think the first thing that kind of jumps into my mind is grunge.
Scrunchies, oversized t-shirts and flannels, and my high school days.
I think of grunge and Kurt Cobain and giant Mary Janes and Doc Marten shoes and baby doll dresses and footing.
In the 90s, what was your go-to outfit?
Oh my word. In the 90s, my go-to outfit were my sweet overalls with a tight tank top underneath.
Or sometimes I would have a shirt and I would tie the side of it with like a scrunchie or a little clip. Sometimes that was hip.
Well, I really cared about what I looked like when I was wearing in high school. I was really girly. My favorite shoes were my Doc Marten Mary Janes. They were really cute because they were Doc Martens, which was like grungy and cool and trendy, but they were still girly because they were the Mary Jane ones, and I'm really sad I got rid of them.
Oh, overalls for sure. I wore a load of overalls or baggy pants, and we used to wear these like really terrible things. They were like bodysuits. They were like, for lack of a better word, they were like bathing suits, but they snapped. They got rid of those and they wore baby doll tees, like t-shirts that were short. They were literally, we started wearing them, they were like kids t-shirts. That's what we...
Were you a boy band fan?
I was not. I was alternative. I liked the grunge. I liked to be deep and feely.
Yes.
What was your favorite?
NSYNC for sure. I definitely went and saw NSYNC in concert when I was in.
Were you a boy band fan?
Yeah. The Backstreet Boys came to my middle school. Totally danced with them. I have pictures. Love them.
What was the best TV show or movie of the time?
In the 90s, I loved me some Titanic. Oh man, that was great. That came out in the 90s. And the show, I watched Melrose Place, Felicity, that was late 90s. That's what I liked.
I watched every episode of Saved by the Bell. That was my favorite TV show of all time.
Let's see. Clueless came out when I was in 8th grade, and that was like the biggest movie, like in terms of fashion.
What's one big product do you remember coming out in the 90s?
I don't know if they were like came out in the 90s, but they definitely got big in the 90s with cell phones. By the time I graduated high school, we went from like important business people and like things like that had cell phones into we had one family cell phone that you only could use, like we had like 30 minutes a month, so it was for emergencies only, and it stayed in the glove box in the car. But we definitely had cell phones at that point. And then I also can remember like going on the internet, like that was probably a big thing, is the internet taking off.
If you could go back to the 90s, would you?
Yeah. Junior high and high school for me were awesome, so yeah, I think it'd be super fun. I liked that era.
Yeah, I totally would. I loved my time in the 90s. I loved being a teenager. It was fun.